Let's say hello as low as we can. Hello. Hello, welcome. All right, good job, y'all. Okay, hi. So, for our announcements today, y'all, I had to include a couple because I'm really excited about a couple of things this next week. The first of which is a story time that we do every year with Temple Shalom. It's our Hanukkah story time, and that'll be at 10 a.m. in this room on Saturday. No registration is required. And then the bonus, too, I wanted to tell you about, I just couldn't resist. Beth Stockdale will be here playing the harp from 11 to 12 in the Lucky Day lobby on level 2 on Friday. And then I think she'll be here the following Friday as well for an hour or two. And if y'all haven't been here when she's playing the harp, like, it is just magical and wonderful, and it's one of my favorite things ever. Another thing that's super duper cool is the Ozark Bronze Bell Ensemble will be here on Sunday from 3 to 4 p.m., and that'll be in the Walker Community Room. That does not require registration either. It is, yeah, we have a room. We named it just after you, Walker. And the Ozark Bronze Bell Ensemble, they do all the holiday music with all the bells, and it just is as magical as you can imagine. I love it so much, so I wanted to be sure and tell you all about that. Let's go over our story time plan. So we did our hello song and our announcements. We're going to learn a word in sign language. We'll read our first story. Then we'll do a little action song. Our second story. Then here we're going to do a combination of a flannel story / finger play. Our third story. Then we will get out our scarves and do a couple songs with scarves. We'll talk about our craft today and sing our goodbye song. Does that sound like a good plan? Yeah. Okay. Does anybody know or have a guess what our theme is today? Snowman, you're very close. It's snow. Snowmen are made out of snow. Yeah, it's snow. It's already snowed a couple times. Can y'all believe that? That's just so strange. I love it when it snows. It feels so magical. It's like my favorite. So if you wanted to say snow in Spanish, does anyone know how to do that? My favorite. When it snows. I love it too. It sounds a lot like 9 in Spanish, which is nueve, but snow in Spanish is nieve. Nieve. Can you say nieve? Nieve. That's snow in Spanish. And if you wanted to say snow in American Sign Language, it's really simple and exactly what you think it would be, but it's this. Snow. Isn't that fun? Okay. Let's read our first story today. This one gave me just the warm fuzzies, so I liked it a lot. It's called The Snow Lion by Jim Helmore and Richard Jones. And look, there's the little girl. She's hugging that white lion. Okay. All right. Caro and her mom went to live in a new house at the top of the hill. They got a new house. The walls were white, the ceilings were white, and even the doors were white. They need to paint it. Yeah, maybe. There were lots of places for Caro to explore, but she wished she had someone to play with. How about a game of hide and seek? Said a deep, gentle voice. Caro turned around. A lion. You think it's a lion? There stood a lion, as white as snow. Where did you come from? Caro asked. Oh, here and there, said the snow lion. He leaned against the white wall and vanished. The wall winked at Caro, and she laughed. Can you see him still? Yep. I kind of can see him a little bit. Caro and the snow lion played hide and seek all day long. That was a short book. It's not quite over yet. The next morning, Caro and the snow lion looked out of the window and saw 2 boys. Colorful kites swooped and soared. One of the boys waved, but Caro looked away shyly. Come on, let's go play, said Caro. So she's gone off to play with her lion again. All week, Caro and the snow lion climbed and leaped and raced and chased. Is the lion going to run away with No, I don't think so. Then one day, the snow lion looked thoughtful. Have you tried the slide in the park? He asked. But I like playing here with you, Carol said. I'll still be here when you get back, the snow lion replied. So Carol went to the park. When she got there, she found the boy who had waved at her. The boy's name was Bobby, and he could play almost as well as the snow lion. Can't catch me, Bobby laughed, but by now Carol was very good at chasing. Yeah, she's been playing with that lion, huh? How was the slide? Asked the snow lion later that night. Bumpy, Carol smiled, but I missed you. The next day, Bobby asked Carol if she'd like to play with his friends. Give it a try, said the snow lion. But I won't know anyone, Carol whispered. You'll have a great time, said the snow lion, and you do know Bobby. So he's telling her she should go play. So Carol went to Bobby's house, where they all built a pirate spaceship. That's pretty cool. After they reached the moon, they buried their treasure and ate plenty of chocolate cake. Nummy, nummy. The next morning, Carol's mom said, I think it's time we put some color in this house, don't you? But I like it white, said Carol. Then the doorbell rang. Her mom had invited all of Carol's new friends for a painting party. How'd you know what was going to happen, Walker? Soon the house was full of oranges, reds, blues, and greens, and by that afternoon, everyone needed a bath. They were covered in paint. Carol searched everywhere for the snow lion that night, but there were no white walls or white ceilings or white doors left. Outside, it began to snow until the whole hill was covered with white. Down in the garden, something caught Carol's eye. Could it be? Do you see it? Yeah. Yeah. I thought I'd never see you again, cried Carol. All lions are happiest outdoors, said the snow lion, and you've got other friends to play with now. But I'll miss you. The snow lion smiled. I'll miss you too, but if you need me, you'll know where to look. Outside. And she did. Do you see him there? He's in the clouds too. The end. I don't know, but he helped her, didn't he? Okay, let's all stand up. Get some of our wiggles out. So if you have been to Baby Bookworms, you might recognize this tune. They sing it bumping up and down in my little red wagon. But we're going to change it because we're doing snow today, and we're going to say bumping up and down in my little blue sled, okay? And then after that, we're going to say snow's coming down on my little blue sled. And then we're going to wave to our friends in our little blue sled, okay? You ready? Bumping up and down in my little blue sled, bumping up and down in my little blue sled, bumping up and down in my little blue sled. Won't you be my darling? Snow's coming down on my little blue sled. Snow's coming down on my little blue sled. Snow's coming down on my little blue sled. Won't you be my darling? Waving to my friends in my little blue sled. Waving to my friends in my little blue sled. Waving to my friends in my little blue sled. Won't you be my darling? Very good, everybody. You're so good at that. Give a spin and sit back down. Okay, what's next? We just did our song. So now it's time for our second story. This one is called Snow by Sam Usher.
That one is a snow lion.
It was. Good job. You kept up, didn't you? All right, sit on your bottom so all our friends can see. When I woke up this morning, It was snowing. I couldn't wait to go to the park. All I needed was to dress, brush my teeth, put my shoes on, and get Granddad. We had to get outside in the snow. That's how I feel too when I see snow. Before anyone else. What do you see here? Snow. It looks perfect. Not even a person has walked through it at all. Look how clean. Not even any footsteps. I was ready to go, but Granddad wasn't. I said, "Don't forget about the snow." And he said, "Don't forget your scarf." So we weren't quick enough to be first. They got beat, didn't they? Now what's in the snow? One set of footprints. Granddad was taking forever. So I shouted, "All the other kids are going to get there first, Granddad. Don't forget about the snow." And Granddad said, "Don't forget your hat." He's not really in any hurry, is he? So we weren't quick enough to go with my friends. What do you see down there? Whole bunch more folks, huh? Granddad was taking forever. So I shouted, "Hurry up, Granddad." And he said, "It's okay. We're not going to miss the fun." But we were. I told him all the cats and dogs were out there. Granddad laughed and said the whole zoo was probably out there. And then I saw something. What's that?
A dog?
Is it a dog? What does it look like?
A monkey.
I think it looks kind of like a monkey too. Do y'all see that?
Maybe.
That's weird. Maybe.
A big giant
I did see it. Look at all the footprints now. Finally, Granddad was ready, and we headed to the park, where I could play in the snow at last. What's that? What is that?
A giant hand?
I don't know. Let's find out. We played all the games you can play in the snow.
A giant elephant.
Oh my goodness.
A giant snowball.
Granddad said that about the zoo, and he didn't know, did he? But Granddad won the snowball fight 6 slushings to 4. Look at that picture. Does that look like when you play in the snow? No, there's all kinds of animals. I see a giraffe and an elephant. There's an ostrich wearing earmuffs. There's that monkey and a penguin. Oh my goodness. So I think Granddad had fun too. Back at home, Granddad and I agreed that some things are definitely worth waiting for. I hope it snows again tomorrow. The end. Okay. That was a fun one. All right. So now, my snowflake got messed up. That's okay. You know, every snowflake is unique. So that one's just special. All right. So I want you all to get your fingers ready. Show me 5.
I don't even see one of the arms.
You don't. It's okay. Can I see your 5 fingers? Okay, that's your 5 snowmen. And these are going to just show us what it's like, okay? You ready? 5 little snowmen, short and fat. Here is their scarf. Here is the hat. When the sun comes up, they cannot stay. Slowly one just melts away. Put one of your snowmen down. How many do we have now?
4.
Okay. 4 little snowmen, short and fat. Here is their scarf. Here is their hat. When the sun comes up, they cannot stay. Slowly one just melts away.
The orange one.
Orange one last? Okay. How many do we have now? 3. Very good. 3 little snowmen, short and fat. Here is their scarf. Here is their hat. When the sun comes up, they cannot stay. Slowly one just melts away. Okay, we'll do it that way. How many do we have now? 2. Okay. 2 little snowmen, short and stout. Here is the scarf. Here is their hat. When the sun comes out, they cannot stay. Slowly one just melts away. Now how many do we have? 1. 1 little snowman. 1 little snowman, short and stout. Here is his scarf, and here is his hat. When the sun comes out, he cannot stay. Slowly he just melts away. Now how many do we have? 0. All our snowmen melted.
Before 0.
What was 1, I think?
No.
Very, very good question.
1 doesn't go before 0 because it goes after 0.
Oh, okay. Then I guess it would be -1. All right. So that was our finger play and flannel. Now we're ready for our 3rd and final story. This one I thought was a fun one. It's called 10 on the Sled by Kim Norman, and the pictures are by Liza Woodruff. On a sunlit night neath a snowy moon, there was 1 on the sled, then 2, but soon there were 10 on the sled, and the caribou said, slip over, slide over. So they all slid over and still spilled out. Oh my goodness. There were 9 on the sled, and the caribou said, it's snowing, get going. So they all got going, but Hare hopped out. There were 8 on the sled, and the caribou said, it's slicker, go quicker. So they all went quicker, but sheep shot out.
I think the caribou's gonna go last.
You think? There were 7 on the sled, and the caribou said, we're gliding, keep riding. So they all kept riding, but Walrus whirled out. Whirl, whirl, whirl. There were 6 on the sled, and the caribou said, we're lighter, hold tighter. So they all held tighter, but Fox flipped out. There goes Fox. There were 5 on the sled, and the caribou said, great thunder, duck under. So they all ducked under, but Squirrel squeezed out. There were 4 on the sled, and the caribou said, they're chasing, keep racing. So they all kept racing, but Wolf wiped out. Oh, poor Wolf. There were 3 on the sled, and the caribou said, they're winning, no spinning. So they all quit spinning, but Moose muddled out. I guess it just, like a wobble kind of. I don't know. I've never muddled anything before. There were 2 on the sled, and the caribou said, keep trying, we're flying. So they both kept flying till Bear bailed out. Bailed, that means he jumped out on purpose. I might bail too in that situation. Look how fast they're going. Oh my goodness. There was 1 on the sled, and the caribou said, I'm lonely. I'm chilled to the bone. A reindeer likes flying, but never alone. So?
That's the caribou.
Yeah, you were right. He was the last one. 1 through 10 all leaped on again for one more run and a little more fun in the moonlit land of the midnight sun. The end. They had fun doing that, didn't they? Okay, my wild hair. Let's all get a scarf. Okay, yeah. You're welcome. Does anybody want these colors? Here you go. And, all right. You need a certain color? What do you, oh, yellow. Good call. You want one of those? There you go. A blue one? You want that yellow? Here's a pink. Here's a blue. Is that what you wanted? Perfect. Does everybody have a scarf? Okay. Very good. Okay. We're going to sing a couple scarf songs. Okay. Our first one, we're going to start with snow, and then we'll go through rain, leaves, and sun, okay? Snow on the ground. Go low on the ground. Snow on the trees. Snow on the roof. But not on me. Okay. Ready? Okay, now we're going to do rain. Rain on the ground. Rain on the trees. Rain on the roof. But not on me. Okay. Okay, what else falls? Maybe leaves in autumn? Okay. Leaves on the ground. Leaves on the trees. Leaves on the roof. But not on me. Okay, last one. The sun is shining this time. It's everywhere. Sun on the ground. Sun on the trees. Sun on the roof. But not on me. Very good. Okay. All right. Now this time we're going to do a different rhyme, but it's going to be very similar. We're going to say snowflake, snowflake, and we'll say on the ground, all around. You can like do a little circle. Hold on. Okay, you're way up high, and then we'll do in the sky, okay? And then we'll do kind of repeat a little bit. Snowflake, snowflake on the ground. Snowflake, snowflake all around. Snowflake, snowflake way up high. Snowflake, snowflake in the sky. Snowflake, snowflake on the ground. Snowflake, snowflake all around. Very good. You want to do it one more time? Yeah. Okay. Snowflake, snowflake on the ground. Snowflake, snowflake all around. Snowflake, snowflake way up high. Snowflake, snowflake in the sky. Snowflake, snowflake on the ground. Snowflake, snowflake all around. Good job, everybody. Okay. So now we're almost done with story time. We're going to look at our craft and sing our goodbye song. All right. So our craft today is going to be a build your own snowman worksheet. And this one is a bit of a stretch for all the cutting that it requires, so we may need to have a little bit of parental help from our grown-ups. But it's just for fun and it's good exercise. And after you color it and cut it, you can glue it onto a colorful sheet of paper and make your own custom snowman that looks exactly how you want it to look. And that's a lot of fun. All right, let's sit down and sing our goodbye song. Okay. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as quiet as we can. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as loud as we can. Goodbye! Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as fast as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as slowly as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as low as we can. Goodbye. Now, last one. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as high as we can. Goodbye! All right, good job, everybody. Thanks for joining me for story time today. And we'll see you next time.